Thank you for watching Meatsauce and Monty. I'm Matt Montgomery. He's Paul Meatsauce Lambert. Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was great.
You did well.
Yep, it was very fun. Won some money, had a great time. We drank a lot. We did what we do in Las Vegas, and I lived to tell about it, I guess. I'm going back in 3 weeks.
You're going to make more money.
No, probably not. I'll probably give it all back.
You're going to do anything fun with the winnings, or have you already?
I already have.
You treated yourself?
Yeah.
You're going to, look at that. Woo! You got a lot of money in there? It looked kind of empty. I was going to say, it's all gone.
Straight cash, homie. Just bringing that cheddar. I don't know why I call it that. It's stupid.
The
to
hip
call
lingo
it that.
with the kids.
My brother says that. He's always like,
cheddar?
How much cheddar do you win? I'm like, Dob, you're a 33-year-old man. Stop saying
It's called
cheddar.
money.
Yeah,
Cash,
it's just money. Cash.
you know, something.
Benji's.
Yeah, it all works. Better than cheddar. How bored are you with the Vikings at this time of the year? We're coming off a bye.
Yeah,
everybody.
That's a good question.
The headlines. Here's what bores me. It's been nothing but Teddy, Case, and Sam Bradford talk for like the last 3 weeks. Can we find some other storylines that maybe could sell some papers or get people excited about getting back into action after the bye week?
Well, you could look at it this way. Week 1, Sam Bradford looked like he was an MVP candidate.
Absolutely.
He's gone.
Yep.
Dalvin Cook looked like, no pun intended, the runaway for Rookie of the Year.
Oh,
he's gone.
very nice.
And now you got, this defense that's very good. Everson Griffin, Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep.
I mean, I forgot who it was after I think it was week 6 or 7, said he may be like an MVP candidate, one of the...
For defensive,
or an MVP candidate. I forgot who it was. I think it was somebody that they were playing against. But the problem with the bye week is it feels like it's forever.
Yeah, it slows everything down.
They had London,
Yep.
now a bye, so you're like, they weren't in, it's weird. They're like out of sight, out of mind. Now they come back and they go to Washington, who's 4-4. But Washington is a
sneaky
a
4-4.
very good football team.
Dangerous 4-4.
They beat Seattle in Seattle, which is tough.
Well, do you want to talk more about that? The former Viking Blair Walsh might have helped things out there. He got a little case of the yips.
He's going to be out of a job. And they did a really good story on him a couple weeks ago about this girl that was bullied, and she found faith is the wrong word, but she found some compassion with Blair Walsh.
Okay.
What he did for her and met her, and she credits him with saving her life just because of how mean people were. So that
feel-good humanitarian story.
But man,
he still missed.
And think if they'd marched down that field and he'd missed 0 for 4, he might be out of a job. I mean, he's borderline out of a job.
So you think that was a big win, even though it was mostly Blair Walsh's fault?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you win anytime you win in Seattle. That's a big win. Winning in Seattle's tough. That it's that crowd is always
Legion of Boom.
It's always loud. The defense isn't as good as it is, and Russell Wilson he's okay.
Their passing game.
Yeah, the secondary's kind of banged up
running
for
game
them, but Washington's got their own problems. Their offensive line, Trent Williams, may not start at left tackle. TJ Clemming starts at right tackle for him. PA had, I think it's the voice of Washington on yesterday or the other day.
Okay.
He said that TJ Clemmings is the worst offensive lineman he's ever seen, but they're stuck with him. So,
he's the only
now
option.
They have him. We had him last year, they have him this year, and TJ Clemmings started for a playoff team. Now they're stuck with him, and he's awful. So this defensive line should be okay. Everson sat out practice. He sat out the last 2 practices, but Zimmer said he'll play.
Yeah,
he'll play
it's just
today.
rest.
So
ankle.
Yeah,
just
foot.
Yeah, just
and
rest.
it happened on the last play in
London.
In London, I saw it. We were watching it. It was sweet.
When you're near the pitch.
I was. I don't call it that because soccer's stupid.
You got to get a soccer line in there. So at this point, Case Keenum is obviously the starter, but how long of a leash do you think he has? It seemed. I don't want to say that this is like a groundswell of Vikings fans.
Sure.
This might more be Zimmer's choice. But Teddy, it seems like he's obviously going to get a start sometime at this season. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, and the thing with Case's situation is Case has, the best student is the backup. Everyone loves Teddy. I mean, we saw when Teddy got hurt, Zimmer teared up.
Yeah.
That's the most emotional we've seen him.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Teddy Bridgewater. He spoke to the media during the week, and he said all the right things. And, he said, I'm here as a good teammate, yada, yada, yada. But any screw up, and they're going to want Teddy. And if if they had somebody else that isn't Kyle Sloter, who was a wide receiver last year in college, if they had a comparable backup in these games that he started in, I think they would have gone to Teddy. I mean, everybody thinks Case Keenum's won all these games. The defense has won a lot of them.
Defense has won the games.
They've given up
special teams has won the
21 plus
games.
points once. Yeah, special teams.
Was that Pittsburgh?
Yeah, that's the only time they've given up that many points. And Kai Forbath is minus the extra point gaffes.
Yeah.
He's been very good.
Was he special teams player of the month or week?
When they played
Baltimore. He set a career high with how many? And it's like, he has been very accurate with field goals. You're right, though. The extra points. So special teams, defense.
Yeah, we'll see.
And everybody always likes to say this. It's the Baltimore Ravens all over again.
Sure.
You win with defense. You have a serviceable Trent Dilfer. I think that Case is probably better than what Trent Dilfer was. Statistically, the QB rating is his touchdown to interception ratio. He's got 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. His QB rating right now, he's 16th in the league. So he's not terrible.
No, but he's not great.
Right. No, but see, that's exactly. Yeah. He is the epitome of he's in the middle. He's 16th out of 32. Well, and other guys that have started, he's 16th overall. So he's probably just on the top half of quarterbacks that have played this season for QBR.
And look at the other situation. Look what Green Bay has.
They're horrible.
They're horrible because of their backup quarterback. So Case
we'll rip more on Green Bay in the second segment here coming up.
But you got to give Case credit. But any kind of, he might have been pulled in that Cleveland game. He wasn't very good in the Green Bay game. The only game he's been really good in is that Tampa game. And everybody's destroyed Tampa.
Yeah.
Everyone has.
The bye week blues. Last year, 4 losses in a row afterward.
Yeah.
Do you think that there were people saying, that every year is different? Do you think there are people that are nervous and that's in the back of their mind?
Oh, of course. They were the hottest team in football after that, and then that bye week happened and they fell apart. It was just awful. I remember sitting there going, right before the bye, AJ and I were at the game. They just destroyed, I forgot who it was, but they just destroyed, I think it was Houston. They killed Houston and everybody was excited. And then they come back, and it's like a different football team. You can say all you want about Denny Green. Denny Green's teams played phenomenal after the bye week. They were prepared. So we'll see. But now you got to go on the road. This game will be tough. It'll be weird weather in Washington. That stadium's a dump. The field's a dump. We'll see. But if they can get off to, if this is a 7-2 team, you got to be okay, but you can't start giving away games here. You got to start playing flawless.
You got to get ready to try to get hot leading into the postseason and not hot right in the middle.
And you got a lot of teams for that second. You're going to need that bye week, especially if you're going to have to switch quarterbacks. You're going to need that bye week in the playoffs.
Do you think we should be afraid of Kirk Cousins?
No.
No.
Kirk Cousins is okay. I can't tell you, with their offensive line is banged up. Their running back is like I think their lead receiver.
Yes, he is.
I couldn't tell you any of their other receivers. Josh Doxson.
He's like their third receiver. Terrell Pryor was supposed to have a great breakout year. He's been absolutely horrible.
They
not getting hardly
him,
any targets. So Doxson's moved up. And then Jamison Crowder has...
But Kirk Cousins could be the quarterback of the Vikings next year.
Well, right now he's 7th in the league in his QBR rating. 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, but the stat that I had never heard of, he's got 9 fumbles. That's probably...
He gives it away.
It's probably due to his offensive line being so bad and the pressure,
really bad.
And they get to him.
I talked to PA the other day, and he said they have a practice squad guy, they have a guy off the streets, and then they have TJ Clemmings. That's not good. And if Trent Williams had that, he's a stud left tackle, but
TJ Clemmings, I like that they say he's the worst we've ever had, but he's got a job.
Yeah, but he's still playing. Yeah, he's getting paid. I'm the worst at my job, and I somehow still get paid.
You are not the worst at your job.
I'm pretty bad.
In this show, you're at least
on the radio,
best.
I'm absolutely horrible.
Your other job?
Yeah.
Do you ever get tired of that job? Just doing the same thing every day?
No, I love that.
It's a great job.
No, it's all I got left, too. So.
That gas station attendant future,
somebody at work the other day said to me,
you've joked about that before.
Somebody said that to me.
That's all I'm going to do.
They're like, God, we work with weird people. I'm like, yeah, we work with people who, if they didn't have this job, they'd be working in gas stations. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not qualified to do anything else. I have a crappy degree from a college that doesn't exist anymore that charged me more to go there than my dad paid to go to law school.
Yeah. What
it's
a
ridiculous.
Rip, huh?
Yeah. I still pay it.
I don't. And they're not even around anymore.
No.
You don't pay for it.
I pay it, yeah.
Well, you go to Vegas and then you pay for
it. Hell yeah.
Should we move on now? We've done enough Vikings. We'll do our
Yeah.
picks at the end of the day. And if you want to do your picks here at Mystic Lake, you come here on Sunday morning.
How do we do that?
Well, you come here on Sunday morning and you do your picks. You choose the winning team for those scheduled games. You could win a progressive jackpot. They've got free slot play up to $1,000 each week just for entering. It's a progressive jackpot at the end of the year. You could win. And if it's a home game, which it's not this week, but if it is, you get that complimentary bus ride from right here at Mystic Lake to US Bank Stadium. You know, free ride.
That's sweet.
That is a sweet deal, especially with the weather. We were complaining.
Yeah.
Winter has set in early. Come here,
Yeah.
get some grub, make your picks,
Yeah,
play
have
little
a couple
slots.
of cocktails.
Yeah,
and go.
hop on the bus.
Yeah, the best.
Don't have to worry about parking,
No.
any of that stuff.
Yeah, it's the best.
My favorite segment of the show, Todd's Sports Machine. Just like, see, the George Michael Sports Machine, it's the Todd Sports
Who's George
Machine.
Michael?
Let's talk Packers. Let's start by ripping them.
Yeah.
You got Brent Huntley, backup, who Mike McCarthy
Yeah.
said, we've invested, 3 years in him? If you were a fan and said, you've invested 3 years in this guy, it looks like he was a rookie. It looks like he's somebody that this was his first year. 3 years of investment and 0 return so far.
Is it true that there's like a riff with Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers that he might leave?
You would know more than I would.
Well, somebody told me that the other day. I think that.
Really? Are you starting a rumor on
No,
the
I'm
Meatsauce
serious. I
Monty
think
show?
Common and Tena were talking about it the other day that.
Ooh.
Yeah, that they don't get along. Plus, Mike McCarthy. I mean, let's be honest. His whole thing is being a quarterback guru, but being. Let me see. How can I word this? Being a quarterback guru with those two quarterbacks is basically saying like, you know,
Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan,
I'm really good
Kobe.
with money when your father's like the guy that invented like the light bulb. Like, well, of course you are. You have billions of dollars. That would be like.
I don't know.
Like
I
Glenn
don't know if
Taylor's
Thomas Edison's
son, if he
family
had
has
one.
billions of
well,
dollars.
You know, like Glenn
I think I know what
Taylor's
you're
son
trying-
being like, I'm good with money. Well, your dad's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Of course you're good with money. Anybody's a quarterback guru when you have two Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
When you're born on third base, you can't brag about how you got a
Right,
triple.
right. That's very good. Yeah, I like that. That's a more
can use it sometime.
eloquent way to put it.
Beyond Brent Huntley, Brian Balaga, he's out, torn ACL. A-Raj, his quote from just the other day, he basically, it's like the reporters are trying to goad him into saying, hey, do you want to be back here? Are you going to play this season? And he sat there and he's like, hey, I want to be out there just as much as anybody, but it's the injury. When I saw that, I was like, it's not that he doesn't want to be out there, but he's got this excuse. He's got the built-in saying, hey, it's the injury. We're just going to ride this out. And there might be some
I don't know
tension
if they're
in
going to win another game.
Ooh.
They're underdog. Well, they're underdogs in Chicago. When was the last time they were underdogs in Chicago? The only winnable game they possibly have is Cleveland.
Only possible?
They may win.
I haven't
one
looked at
more
their
game.
schedule, but
Brent Hundley's horrible.
Yeah.
He's horrible. He was horrible on Monday night. He's awful.
there's no way they're going to put anybody else in there.
No,
because McCarthy's already stood by it and
what are they
going
to do?
I don't know.
Sign someone?
Let's move on. Another bad team with quarterback problems. Denver Broncos, probably one of the biggest disappointments this season.
Yeah,
3-5 on the
defensively,
year.
they're sweet.
See, defensively, but if they had a Case Keenum, if they had a serviceable quarterback, they might be okay.
Which you got to give credit to Rick Spielman for that.
That we have Case Keenum.
Yeah.
So Denver Broncos, Trevor Siemian benched Brock Osweiler. If somebody came into the season and said Brock Osweiler is going to start again this year, what would you have said?
They said you're crazy.
Yeah, there's no way.
Well, and the fact, it depends. Was this before or after Houston basically gave him away?
Dumped him.
And then Cleveland took him. And not only did Cleveland, I mean, you think about the domino effect that is Cleveland. They screw up the draft, the trade deadline trade. They trade away the chance at Carson Wentz. They trade away the chance at Deshaun Watson, who, until he got hurt, was maybe the MVP.
Possibly.
And now they pay Brock Osweiler to leave.
And he's starting somewhere else.
Yeah, right. And they never gave him a shot. I don't think he started once in Cleveland. Denver's just bad. I mean, they're offensively they're bad. Defensively, they wore out. They wear out when they play on an offense that can't score any points. It's a bad situation.
Denver is playing on the Pats tonight, Sunday Night Football on NBC. New York Giants, Eli Manning, rumors, could be benched, could be traded. And
I don't know who's the backup.
I don't even know.
I don't know.
But maybe that's...
no, it's...
Oh, Geno?
It's Geno Smith, yeah.
So
That's bad.
They are 1-6. Well, that is bad. There's rumors that the team has given up on their head coach, Ben McAdoo.
I saw that.
Who used to have such a terrible haircut.
Yeah.
Then he upgraded, but it's still pretty terrible.
Yeah. He's. I mean,
you know what? For all the gym teachers out there that watch our show, we really like you.
Well,
but
I like gym teachers, but he just looks like one. He looks like the one that yells at you when he shouldn't be yelling at people for not running. He's that kind of guy.
The take a lap, blow the whistle guy.
Yeah. Sorry you can't see your feet.
Did you get that a lot in high school, the gym? Take a lap. No. Take a lap, Paul.
Yeah, but
you're mouthing off to somebody, or
excuse me, I'd mouth off to other kids.
Yeah.
That was kind of mean. Not mean.
Really?
Mean's the wrong word.
Mouthy?
I wasn't mean. Yeah, I just was there to entertain. I didn't go to school to learn. I just went to entertain.
Yourself?
I'm serious. That's the way I looked at it. Entertain. Chat with chicks, eat lunch, and entertain people. That's it. I barely went to class. I barely graduated.
I like that you said chat with chicks, eat lunch, and entertain.
Yeah.
It was like it was your training ground for your stand-up, for your radio.
Yeah, it was an audience. That's all it was.
Built in.
That's all everything is.
That's all they were there for.
Just get people to laugh. That's it. Life's way better when other people laugh.
It is. Well,
it keeps them from laughing at you.
It's a very good motto. All right.
Got me this far.
We got a couple more. Let's rip through. Your Timberwolves. Your Timberwolves, and their loss to Golden State. Ugh. Now, what did you take from the game? I think there's ways to break it down. There are
I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch it because it's on so late.
Well, I know you got an early morning.
It's on late, and I got other things to do when I take naps and all this. But when they lose, I don't want to watch it. It's just kind of my thing. Like, if they lose, I'm not going to watch it. I think that they're still a great team. They're still, I think, a 50-win team. They're through 11 games, they're 7-4. Think of what in years past when you're that's over.
Sure.
11 games in, it's over. I mean, they're 2-8.
Right.
You know, they won two games in a
11
row.
Games in.
Well, no, sorry,
3-8, 2-9,
whatever.
Either way, that's okay.
There were like years ago where they were excited that they won their first 2 games. Everybody was like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
I mean, they're a great basketball team, and you think of these super teams that have formed.
Golden State.
Golden State's great.
Boston.
Houston's great. Boston's phenomenal. The Wolves are good, and Oklahoma City's horrible.
Falling apart.
Horrible. So yeah, they'll be fine. They'll win 50+ games.
What do you attribute the loss to? Because halftime they were only down by 1. They were in it. Everything looked okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Did the Splash Brothers get hot?
That's what championship
did their defense break down?
Do. It's like a pedal. It's on and off. I mean,
sure.
Good teams do that. You see that all the time. You know, they look lackluster, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, we got to go, and they just turn it on. Super Bowl championship teams always do that. That's their MO.
So you're not worried about that loss?
No, not at
all. Wild, do you pay any attention to them? Do you care? I gotta be honest.
They're the worst team in. I hate saying this.
In our market right now,
they're the worst team in hockey.
Oh,
they're horrible. They're not good.
No.
And I feel bad because they've got good players, but they're all hurt. Yeah. Breezy's out, Coyle's out. Yeah. Those are great players. They would do what they've done to any team. Will you lose 2 of your top players on any team? I mean, think of Washington without Ovechkin. Think of, and I'm not comparing
any
them.
team without any other player.
Yeah, without their star,
they're
in big trouble. Yeah. And Coyle's a stud, and he's gone.
Do you care about it, or do you think that the season is so early?
I care about it, but
but what I'm saying is, do you think the team they're not too far gone? They might be the worst in hockey right now, but this is a long season. We're not even to the holidays yet. They've got plenty of time to recover. Yeah, but it seems like hockey is a sport where if you get buried, it's really tough to make a comeback.
And it's also one of these things where it's also, you look at it this way just from like a human aspect, it's still a job. So if like the first 2 months of it are bad, then you just kind of get into this rut. Parrish was saying that. He talks about that all the time where it's like, it's still a job.
Did you ever have a job where you had that experience where the first couple
Every
months
job
you're
I've ever
like,
had except for this one and the radio show,
Every other job, you were just no.
Well, I'm not good. I'm too lazy to do anything.
Do you have any examples of those jobs?
Yeah, one time they asked me to do dishes at the Dairy Queen I worked at, so I brought a chair from the restaurant, and sat down in it and did them. Yeah, of course.
You were a dishwasher at Dairy Queen?
Well, when they didn't want my hideous Shrek-looking face up front.
Did you have to do the is it the curly Q or the swirl or whatever they called it?
I was good at that. Dairy Queen was fun. It was fun working at Dairy Queen.
I imagine you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I ate a lot too, obviously. Swallowed a lot of pride along with a few pizzas.
I learn more about you every week.
Yeah, I'm a weird human being.
Todd Sports Machine, we got one thing left. Twins.
Yeah.
Byron Buxton, Brian Dozier, Gold Gloves. Joe Mauer, not even in the discussion. Did he make the final three?
He should have been.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Byron Buxton's the best defensive center fielder in baseball. He's one of the best defensive players in baseball. And the other thing, there are a lot of hot rummers that the Twins are going to go after a top pitcher. They have to.
They're going to spend money?
Yeah, they can't.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm serious.
Preposterous.
They have to.
They never have.
Yeah, but they have to.
Well, I shouldn't
They're
say
at
ever.
this, like, if they come out with this team who is one of the 5 best teams in the AL with the way they finished, you have to try. Yeah. You have to try.
Especially keeping the same lineup.
Right.
Young guys. All right. Time for us to do Honest Opinion. It's one of our weekly segments where I basically throw something out there, mostly sports related, sometimes more just pop culture.
This is my favorite part.
This is your favorite?
Yeah.
All right. Honest Opinion. We're going to start off Bob Knight.
Yeah.
His interview, he basically slammed John Wooden, saying he respected him as a coach, he respected what he did, basically on the court, but it was off the court, he didn't respect him. What's your take on Bob Knight? Is he relevant? Why did he say these things about John Wooden?
I think Bob Knight's one of those guys that gets lost. I mean, people forget about him.
He goes away.
He's old news. I mean, the only time he's been brought up lately is with like a sexual harassment thing, and now he's doing this. Why go after John Wooden? John Wooden's dead.
Yeah,
why go after
anybody?
Phil Jackson. Go after Coach K. Why John Wooden?
Yeah.
I mean, you're making old people remember older people? Like, what's the point of it? Why don't you go after the Golden Girls? They're all dead. Like, what a stupid thing.
The Golden Girls.
It's stupid. Nice. He's just saying it for people to talk about it.
All right. So you say Bob Knight,
Yeah, I'm not a Bob Knight fan.
Okay. Local story, Champlin Park. 2 volleyball players suspended from the state tournament because they videotaped themselves rapping on a school bus using racially derogatory language. Now, they would not say what the song was, but my guess is they were rapping with a song that obviously is for public consumption.
I don't know.
What's your take on that?
I don't know.
Your honest opinion is I don't know.
You probably shouldn't do it. Yeah, but it puts me in a weird spot.
Just don't do it. Well,
what do you want me to say? That white kids should say racial things?
No,
do you want me to say that?
Would you videotape yourself?
No, never.
Saying bad things?
No, never. Never. Don't do that.
That's what it's.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, but I mean, if they're using the word we all think they're using, what a dumb thing to do.
Right.
How stupid are you? Don't do that. Like,
music is music. Listen to your own music.
Trust me, not everything needs to be videotaped and documented. As George Carlin once brilliantly said, can't we just remember things? Like, why do we always have to videotape everything? Don't do that. Don't use that word in any context, in any situation. And don't tape yourself saying it.
Yeah.
How stupid can you be?
Taping anything
they
that
should
can come
be expelled.
Back.
Don't do that.
Now
That's
you're saying
trash.
they should be expelled.
Yeah, well, don't.
Okay.
No. That's one of the worst words in the English language.
Right.
Don't use that word.
Don't use it even
that
when...
and the R word. Don't use those words at all. Just horrible. Don't do any of that.
All right.
And don't be dumb enough to, this will be great. No one else,
put this on social media. This will never come back to hurt me.
No.
All right, MLB. Roy Halladay passed away.
Yeah.
Plane crash.
Yeah.
Reports are coming out that he might have been showboating. And I'm not talking about the Boston shock jocks that are ripping him.
I can't believe they did that. They should.
That was absolutely horrible.
I'm in that business, and you never wished anybody to be fired. That you can't do that. They did the same thing about. They did the same thing about Dale Earnhardt Sr.
About the crash.
That they cheer for the walls in NASCAR.
That's
shock
terrible.
jock only works if you're Howard Stern.
Yeah. Everybody else find something else.
Yeah.
So the A5 amphibious aircraft, they basically, a report said it's like an airborne ATV. Recipe for disaster when a younger pilot was driving and trying to treat it that way. What do you think? I mean, and I'm not asking for the shock jock part. I'm saying, do you think it's a good idea for somebody to be...
I think he logged over 700 hours in it.
But by a pilot, that's still, he was very inexperienced.
I don't know. I mean, it's his life. I'm not going to tell him what he can and can't do. The video of him and his wife basically saying that she didn't want him to do it, and then you can hear her in that video basically she flew with him and was fine with it. Yeah. Now, are we 100% sure there was no alcohol involved?
No, we're not.
Okay, so
and we don't know.
An autopsy, and I'm not saying there is.
No,
but
and right.
We'll find out. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, think about it. It's a different story if he's showboating and all of a sudden he lands. But I don't know. It's a sad thing because everyone loved him.
Yep.
Everybody. Those stories about how he got 60 Rolex watches for all of his
after
teammates.
his no-hitter.
Yeah.
I know. Good guy.
What a great guy. Yeah.
Couple
Why
minutes
can't
left.
that happen to Jerry Sandusky? How is Jerry Sandusky still?
I think he's
Get
behind
him in
bars,
one of
isn't
those.
he? So yeah,
Yeah,
put him on one of those planes.
Put him and
sure.
and whoever else.
And
you
anybody
want.
else that you want to put on there.
Yeah, and then black out the window so they can't see and let them fly off into the middle of nowhere.
Wow,
Or
interesting.
just take a blowtorch to him.
Yeah.
How is Jerry? Put Jerry Sandusky and Jared from Subway in one of those, fill him full of Ritalin and booze, and then just let them fly off.
Very interesting. Oh my God.
They're still with us, but Roy Halladay's dead.
but is not.
No.
Okay, on a much lighter note, I got a couple more of these. Twitter, 280 characters. You are a force on Twitter. You are.
Yeah, I'm annoying on Twitter.
No, but
yeah, I'm pretty annoying.
You've got
just need
70,000
attention.
followers. You are one of the biggest in the
71.
Twin Cities. Oh, but who's counting?
I am.
Half of those are Russian porn bots, by the way.
I don't care.
But
I get some of my material from there.
280.
Sorry, Mom.
There's a lot of different ways to take that.
Of course, you take it however you want.
That's also very interesting. 280 characters.
Yeah.
Any change?
I'm going to say this. Twitter is a privilege, not a right. It's a privilege, not a right. And while we're on the topic of Twitter, anyone with like 6,000 followers that's verified, there's no one out there going, oh, cool, that's the real so-and-so.
Yeah, the real so-and-so.
People with like 50,000 followers or more, I think verification's stupid.
I think they're getting rid of that.
They should.
I think they are.
Because there's people who are like, oh,
You're like,
great.
oh, I got verified.
Yeah, the news guy in Bemidji, that's really him?
Hey, the
I'm
news
just
guy in
saying.
Bemidji, that poor guy has a tender ego.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, same thing for me. I'm not verified. I don't care.
You got 70,000 though.
71.
Check the scoreboard.
71.
All right, last minute, time for our picks. Now, last week I let you go first, and the Vikings were on the bye, so it was Lions. You got an easy one. That was a layup. That was a gimme.
Yeah, well,
I'm still beating you. I'm 6-3 on the year. You're 4-5.
Ooh, make
The odds right now are saying this is a 50-50. Vikings are favored by a point.
Yeah.
So, again, you're losing. I'm going to let you pick first. I might not go opposite, or I might. I don't know. I'm
going to go Vikings. They're going to be
go
prepared.
Vikings.
They got some mojo back with Teddy on the sideline. I'll go Vikings.
You're going Vikings. I'm going to go opposite of you. Trap game. I'm worried about it. When they were at home, they owned Oakland. They looked very, very good. I'm nervous. If our defense isn't there, that's my.
That's it.
So I'm going opposite of you to either make it interesting or to increase my lead.
That's fine.
One or the other.
Either way.
Yeah.
Either way we win.
It works. All right. That's going to do it for this episode of Meatsauce and Monty. Don't forget, check out our YouTube channel. Check both of us out on Twitter. I'm not verified. I have like 2 followers.
That's fine.
Facebook, we got a page there too. So have fun on social media. We do. Todd runs it.
Who's Todd?
Him, right there.
There's no one
The
there.
man who owns the show, right there. All right. See you next week.